You see, they're talking about it around after the time that the book's being published by Hobkirk. People have been reading it, and I think people went there. I think people read the book, and I think people went there to look at it, and I think people got talking about it, and that's why I think Octavia Hill came up with this. But she didn't succeed in getting it. And if you think about it, we should have got it up here. We should have actually got it up here, but we didn't. Did we? It ended up it would have completely protected it, absolutely, from even that tram line and from the Imperial Chemical Industries, the whole lot. But it actually didn't, and then it crept up to it, and then it was in 1954. It's quite a long time after this, but finally on top. But we're talking about all around, you know. I wonder when those aeroplane photos were taken. Those aeroplane photos were taken probably during just before or after the war. Stretching it out a bit, but still, I mean, where the river goes past, they shouldn't have really, that Imperial Chemical Industry shouldn't have all expanded there. Although, if you look in those the really early Great Yorkshire Show, it's all still fields then, but the tram line's out there at that time, I think. When that Great Yorkshire Show was there, it wasn't too bad, but it still started to be built. I mean, if you look at Uffington, look at Maiden Castle. Look how Maiden Castle is. They just haven't touched it at all. The thing with Maiden Castle is that obviously there's a road out there, but they just haven't. They haven't even thought about it. They haven't even considered or entertained the idea of starting to build up towards it from Dorchester. It's completely contained. And similarly Oswestry, but it ended up starting to go out to it. And look at that the Dragon one, which have been drawing attention to, the Pembury Cross one. Also that as well. And this is when they started to sort of, start messing around and putting stuff there. Although it wasn't until, directly in 1954 when the Labour Party sort of finished it off. But there's something in this whole Octavia Hill escapade, and the stamp, the octagon stamp with the Liberty kind of shaped flower in there. There is something. There's some sort of symbolic gesture or something going on. I know it's, for some people, it might be a little bit of a far stretch, but with the royals, everything's symbolic, and we know they've definitely made an effort to cover it up, at least onwards from 1954, and it never got attributed for any status. They used to have a bonfire on there, so it was being celebrated. Not to forget that the war actually started and kicked off over, exactly when Varley was excavating and wanting to get some labelling prestige, but he drew all the attention to Castle Hill, sort of away from it, and then it quietly got sort of dumped on. I don't see why it couldn't have just been like, Uffington, White Horse Valley, or that, the Pembury Cross one, or even Maiden Castle like Dorchester. I don't know what the big deal was to, you're not actually doing it any favours by building directly on it.